Hello, lurkers, and hello, you archaeologists. I'm the John Struct, and I'm having a Final Fantasy VI adventure. 6. It's been a while. I played. Elden Ring came out like the day after Final Fantasy VI came out, and I knew I shouldn't have started it because I just forget what I was doing. But damn it, I wanted to play it, so I started it, and now we're gonna have to figure out what we're doing. We're in South Figaro. Figaro. We've only the 3 of us. We were exploring the town. I think we bought everything we needed to buy. We shall see. If the game loads, there we go. Quite a long loading time for a SNES game. Duncan is a martial artist. He's famous even in Figaro to the north. Took his students to Mount Cults, meditation and training, so he probably won't be back for a while. Well, that guy sounds important. Let's go meet Duncan, shall we? There is, I believe, one place I want to go to. Look at these diagonals! Diagonals! Would you believe it? Got like a waggy tail. I think it was like a house up here. We've also got a run button, which also is new. Not that way. Not that way. This house? The secret bit? Did we go in here already? I'm not sure. Let's double check. Music's quite loud, isn't it? We'll move me closer. That'll help a bit. And I'll scooch myself closer. But I might want to turn it down slightly. I don't know. It's hard to tell. I need somebody live in colour to tell me. I don't think this is anywhere near them. Oh, there's a circle right here. Maybe this becomes relevant later. Oh, we've got a hyper wrist. And some Hermes sandals. Cool. Why do you have a dungeon in your house? Okay, now I want to double check. I'm guessing we've returned to this house at some point now. For that record. That's a safe one. Okay. So here's one thing, I'm trying to make a game myself. So one thing I was a bit nervous about is whether to make the directions adhere or not. Because they clearly don't here. It's quite a slow loading that lets you reacclimatize the new direction. You can't control them straight away. And the reason why is that doors look better when they are at the bottom than they are at the side. Whereas the stairs look better from the side. Okay, let's go to the mountain. Going to the mountain. Candy Mountain. Nice. See if we can remember how to play this game. I'm not. There we go. Phoenix down. There's another way in. I guess I'm sure we did buy a thing. Looks like it, doesn't it? Then let us skedaddle. Mountain. But let's test ourselves on this Helmadar first. We have these tools. Let's use the other crossbow. Let's steal off it. Let's do a normal attack. Couldn't steal. I like the angry eyebrows for the attack. Shield with the attack, lovely. A cat eye. Hold the potion. Here it goes. Captain Kirk is climbing a mountain. Why is he climbing a mountain? This is the Pixar collection, and this is sort of the first one of the game. Hello, Eisen. Is your writing on the screen? It is, wonderful. It's a little high up, but that'll do. I did play this. I played a SNES version. Sorry, a SNES version of this game back in like 2005, but I never finished it. I got to the second half, but I missed Shadow, and then I decided never to play the game again because I was grumpy. Yeah, I think these are a little easier. We'll try Bioblaster. Fire. Or Steel. Fire was a bit rubbish. I think these games are generally a tiny bit more generous with experience and damage. We'll try Noise Blaster. Yes. That looks well cool. Yeah, they're confused. They caught themselves. Haha, you fools! Oh, I see. Yeah, that's gonna hurt you a lot. Okay, is this like a secret way, or is this the way I'm supposed to go? Ah, computer games. Ah, cool. I found the side area. A Geiger's glove. Just the one. Just the one Geiger's glove. Okay, I don't understand these relics. Physical attack power. Well, not you, because you'll never use physical attack. Geiger's glove for you. Now we want haste on you. Cool. Zagrim. We'll just get one auto crossbow. Why does it say 2? Am I carrying 2 auto crossbows? Or is it that I can only use it twice? I'm dead. It's Zagrim. Who could that be? Yeah, I think the music for all these games are just excellent. I may have to get the earlier ones just to get the music. Forgot the golden rule, didn't I? Oh, I can't tell which way is the temporary way and which way is the long way. Ah! I'm not sure you can at the moment. Tent! That was surely worth the time I spent deliberating. Shit, I wasn't paying attention. I don't really want to use a Phoenix Down right now, that's a bit of a waste. That's what I get, I guess, for not paying attention. Is that the one I opened? One eye open! No, that's a different one. It's a Sandman. Missed an item. How do I get it? More attention to health. That's well done. Also, she's very low on mana. Yeah. Gorgeous! Just attack. Oh, yeah, they're gorgeous. No, it certainly won't be, but, like, if I leave it, I'll remember forever. Probably already covering it by all the stealing I'm doing. Where could it possibly be? Oh, fuck it. It's fine. I'm going to run away from these guys. I want the entire party to run away, please. Yeah, I'm sure it's probably a potion. Well, it was a tent last time. But I did get a Geiger's glove from one of them. That was excellent. Where's the health? Oh, she has no mana anymore. We'll have to hope for a save point at some point. It's up there. Potions as well we should be using. Yeah, sure. Let's use our sleep mat on that. We should save our game as well. Because I'm not a madman, I'm going to save on a different file every time. Trillium. We will spare the mana for time. Mind our manners. Diagonal! Yes! I know it's a hard habit to break. Like, Disgaea had 10 slots, and that's a game I've never finished because me, like lots of people, accidentally saved over a save game once. So it's why I'm just the absolute heartbreak of losing a save. I only make that mistake once. Ah, that looks like Vargas to me. There are also loot healing. Wonderful. And a level up. Fantastic. Coming thick and fast, those level ups. Just use a potion. Potion is less precious right now. What does the potion heal? 50. Potion heals 50. Who are you? Sabin sent you, didn't he? Oh, he did Kung Fu on us! Who are you? Sabin, is he here? You're the one sneaking around us the whole way up here, weren't you? And if I was... Huh. Well, it doesn't matter who you are. I've no intention to surrender. Woe is the day you met me. It'll be the last day of your lives. Oh, he's got some ipoos as well. Can't steal off him, obviously. We can't because ipoos are in the way. Okay, fire on both of them. We will try noise. Noise blast is not going to work on those, is it? Music. The bio didn't do great. One down. We're going to auto crossbow. Oh, well, there's no point in just attack. Items. Potion again on you. We're actually going to cure everyone. Attack. Obviously steal, because he's a boss. Kill everyone again. Couldn't steal, that doesn't mean there isn't anything to steal. How come you get a block? Come on, what's the matter? Tools. Steal! I think there's a random chance. Oh, it's because I'm carrying an item, probably. Try fire now. Not on myself. Steal! Stop potion! That was certainly worth wasting 4 turns. How's our health? Health is doing... okay, no, just fire everyone. Enough of this. I'll send you all to the great beyond. I'll send you to the great beyond. That's enough, Vargas. I don't know who's talking, if it's Trainer or if it's Sabin. Oh, it's Sabin. Ah, if it isn't Sabin. Why, Vargas? Why did you kill Master Duncan? How could you murder your own father? The fool snubbed me, his only son. He chose you as his successor. See, that's what the thing about searching for potions is, I also leveled up a few times doing that. I didn't rush here. I searched the entire of the town. Oh, shit, that's not true. You will say it's true and you know it. It's written in that ugly sneer across your face. He wanted you to be his successor, not me. He knew you had the most potential. You shouldn't have a posh voice. I'm sick of listening to your lies. I've got far more than just potential. Why don't you see it for yourself? Wizard Fist. Aha. Yeah, I've got the change for those yet. Ah, Sabin. My father was right to see so much in you. I guess there's no avoiding this. Fate made us train together. The thing I love about this fight is, it's like we're watching the end of a kung fu movie. We have none of the build-up for this. They're having to explain it all during the fight. Fate made us train together, and now fate will send you to your doom. Doom Fist! Now. Get ready to join your beloved master. Oh, it really is a Doom Fist. Yeah, that kind of makes sense. Like a heart punch. Blitz. Raging Fist. I don't know the command for it. Oh, I don't know the commands. Okay, is it like a forward rotation? I'm totally going to waste a bunch of time trying to get the command correct. Oh, hang on, it tells me. Oh, computer. Forward, back, forward A. Oh, it says at the top of the screen as well. Oh, boo. 2v2. Oh, yeah, fair enough. Time to put an end to this. I need to use the blitz technique like Master told me. You just did it a second ago. I just did Raging Fist. I just did that, computer game. I'm well ahead of you. Nothing will happen. Okay. Ah! You already learned that technique. I used it a second ago, buddy. Vargas, if only you hadn't been so consumed by pride. I mean, they fixed that with, like, Final Fantasy VII onwards, but... Sabin! Edgar, my brother! Brother? You his twin brother? We never mentioned twins. His brother? At first I thought you were another one of Vargas's bears. Which one is that? 14? I think, yeah, the online ones are really weird. I don't know why they... Well, hang on. 14, right? I don't... 14 has, like... 14's written really weirdly. You thought I was a bear. Is that the one where it goes all Dragon Ball Z? Am I thinking of the right one? I guess I'll take that as a compliment. Which one's 14? Hang on. 14's the online one, right? I guess I'll take that as a compliment. Anyway, Edgar. Yeah, okay. Yeah, the writing in the MMO sort of does it because they've all got a structure to them. But it does it in a really weird way. Like, I mean, I've not finished 14, but obviously a lot of time is spent just going looking for cheese in that. Like a quite an absurd amount of time is spent looking for cheese in that first plot line. Anyway, Edgar, what are you doing here? We're on our way to the Saber Mountains. To the Returners' hideout, no doubt. So the wheels are finally turning. I've been watching from a distance, hoping the world would come to its senses. The way things are going, I was afraid Figaro would end up as a puppet state. A means of striking back has presented itself. There'll be no more playing lapdog to the Empire. I'm through with that act. Think a bear like me could be of any help? So the most interesting thing about that first game, the pacing of that first story is really, really, really poor. But what's most interesting? So, by the way, in Final Fantasy XIV, I've only just started the second plot line, so I don't really know where it's going. Whatever the Storm place, not Storm. When they go to the medieval place. But like, you can split up the first game into two halves, right? The bit where you fight the Emperor, and then the bit between that and the start of the next story. And the tone of those two plot lines are Heavensward. So I don't even know Heavensward's plotline. So there's the first plotline where you have like the Empire with the big weapon and the secret masked man, and then it gets really political. Like the tone goes from Dragon Ball Z to Game of Thrones, and it's a really weird tonal shift. Yes, I do know it's about dragons because it's all. The bit in the first game, which is about those dudes, which is like level 40 to level 50, is the best bit of plot writing, where you're trying to figure out who the evil person is. Turns out it's the person acting really evil. That guy's the evil person all along. But so as twists go, it's not the biggest mystery. But Sibin, you join us? It's just a really interesting tonal twist. The worst thing about it is, right before Heavensward, it reveals in Final Fantasy XIV that one of the... what's his name? The Raging Bull. Raging Bull has the Queen on his shoulder, and the Queen gets assassinated, and all of your team gets killed. And it reveals that his friend is the mastermind behind it. And then as soon as Heavensward starts, it goes, actually, yeah, Raban. Then it says, actually, Raban's friend isn't really relevant, and there, you get to kill him. And it's like, these were clearly written by two different people, because, like, they put a load of effort into making the villain, and they just went, actually, we don't care about him. This isn't... Now it's all about dragons. It's like, well, why did you introduce that in the first place? I still love the evil little person, who I assume is still alive. I think so. Oh yeah, because Raban has my favourite moment in any computer game, where he goes, the Queen gets assassinated, and he goes, you fucking did it, and then just immediately murders the person. I'm like, yeah! Why doesn't more people do it? Yeah, sure, he gets thrown in prison for it, but that's not the point. He immediately identified the threat and went, fuck this guy. And yeah, it turns out there's a second little person who was evil and plotting, but like... I don't know what Heavensward is like, but like, it picks up literally right after... The writing, yeah, it gets deeper immediately after you kill the main villain. So it feels like all the actors change as well. So it just feels like it gets picked up by an entirely different team. And then when it gets to Heavensward, it feels like a third team arrive and just do writing. So I don't know what the different expansion storylines are like. But like, because I really liked the bit about the refugees, because I wasn't sure whether I could trust like a Final Fantasy to talk about essentially real life politics. Like it suddenly talks about like refugees and what's going to do like that, and then there's this really cool twist where all your entire team that you picked were evil. Fair enough. Or yeah, you make a team of blue soldiers, and it turns out they're secretly being controlled. And if you were paying attention, obviously they're evil. You hired a bunch of evil people. And, like, that twist is really well done. It's just a shame that Heavensward just doesn't give a shit about that twist and just continues going in a completely different direction. But in order to... Yeah, the Crystal Braves. I really like the Crystal Braves storyline because it's very Games of Thrones. It's very... You know what? You made a series of decisions and you're paying for that stupidity. A bunch of people tell that kid, hey, you don't know where that money's coming from. And everything from that, everything in that plotline makes complete sense. But it's completely disconnected from the story before it and the story afterwards. I wonder whoever wrote the Crystal Brave storyline to have the, yeah, I bet. Well, I don't, I've played enough JRPGs that I'm happy to kind of... Not everything needs to be Elden Ring's levels of, well written. But, it's a little frustrating when they clearly threw away a villain because he wasn't what they wanted. I'll be playing it again at some point, because I'm going to be playing the entire stuff, right? And they clearly give him a, I'm the villain all along face. And then they go, nah, he's just some side dude, he's not important. It's like, that's a goddamn lie. You presented him much more important. So I kind of wish the departments would talk to each other. But I will judge the individual storylines. I don't judge it all as a whole, because it's not Final Fantasy XIV. It is... I've forgotten what that first one's called. I'll judge them expansion by expansion, basically. Anyway, sorry, I'm interrupting this game. I think Duncan would rest easier knowing his training helped bring peace to the world. It's how Final Fantasy VII, by the way, can just inject an extra 40 hours into it, because it turns out if you rush through loads of plots, you can very easily just expand upon those plots. So if they remade this, they'd have to do so much work for Vargas to actually make any sense. I think Duncan would rest easier knowing his training helped bring peace to the world. Well then, let's get going. Cool. Optimal. Somebody needs to lose their Geiger's Club, because you... yeah, there we go. Not you. You get the Geiger's Club now. Oh, 7 needs healing. Does Blitz cost mana or anything? Can it just do it every time? Yes. One thing I think anime can be really good at, and I know Fruits of Griselia is not an anime, but they did make an anime out of it. But you know what I mean. One of the things that anime is very good at is pretending it's going to do something else. Is fucking about with tone on purpose. A visual novel. There's one about time travel. Steins Gate. Steins Gate spends a good 7 episodes pretending it's a slice of life anime before just being the most terribly haunting thing in the world. But you see it even in things like Bleach, where they use tone to hide things, And it's clever. Wait, Bleach and Naruto both do that. Actually, One Piece does as well now, I think, but I missed. I did it wrong. Oh, well, it's going to be a very long time until I get to judge it. What am I doing? I'm healing. I mean, these games get a pass because they're all really old games. Did you get poisoned again immediately? Oh, I accidentally knocked it then. I missed it. Stop poisoning us. I mean, Final Fantasy VII is one of my favourite stories ever, just because of how well it does the twist. And Final Fantasy VII has a really fucking awful translation. It's working against itself to get there as well. But it might be just because I played Final Fantasy VII when I was like 16, and that's an age where, you know, famously, anything you experience at that age becomes more important. Doesn't matter if it's Evanescence or whatever. I'm stoked on. But people say this story is better than Final Fantasy VII, so... If you poison me, I'll be so grumpy. I'll be down. Meteor strike! Miss. I see. So I was in a weird position where I had a PC, so I played Fallout before I played Final Fantasy VII. So like, they're two very different worlds. Did I just walk backwards? We'll see if I gained. I think I did walk backwards. Also, I think I had another viewer who ran away when I stopped playing for 10 minutes. We've fought enough. Don't poison him, for fuck's sake. It probably was a bad idea to just let them be poisoned. Well, I mean, people get emotionally attached to books. And that's just text. There we go. do I only have one Phoenix down? I've got 3, okay. So it might be different strokes for different folks. I also think, typically speaking, women read more like the, you know, you get like romance books, which women tend to be more into. Don't quote me on that though. I'd like to like, but more of a what's the thing I'm thinking of? Like when you get into relationships, texting and stuff is arguably more important. It's all kind of verbal communication, but like definitely don't quote me on that because that's something I'd like to verify. But yeah, computer games definitely present in a subtle different manner. Alright, cool. I'd like to not use these Phoenix downs if I can help it. Save my game though. Yeah. There's this comedian, Irish comedian, I forget his name. He's talking about Gears of War, and he was like, look, he's not a like teenager, he's like a 40-year-old comedian, and his reflexes aren't as good, and like books don't make you take a test before like, did you understand the previous chapter? Now you can continue. Like he just wants to get past the boss and he can't. Jara O'Brien, I think he's the first comedian I've ever seen to try and talk about computer games to like an audience, because you don't tend to see it. Turn this side out. King Edgar, this way please. Let me hit. 2 of our party are dead. I hope you can help me with that. The Empire wouldn't even think of looking for our headquarters here. Oh, green cherry. Welcome. Oh well, in the original version you didn't have a run button. You've spoken with Bannon. Oh, he's taking me the whole way again. You're not my mum. Yeah, okay. There's a good fade between the 2 musics there. Did it res me? It did, lovely. Let's talk to Bannon. after saving again. And in fairness to this game, while it doesn't build up Vargas at all, it's not about Vargas. It's just a backstory for Sabin and Edgar. The things they build up is supposed to be about Terra. Bannon, we brought her with us. Yes. So, this is the girl. The one to whom Esper responded. So, I didn't realise until, like, a few years ago that Metal Gear Solid is a visual novel masquerading as a stealth game. Like, because visual novels didn't get big, right, until, like, really big until, like, 6-7 years ago. I mean, in Japan, I'm sure they were. And, like, go back and play Metal Gear Solid, and it's just... the screen goes entirely text. It's got the faces, but it's just a visual novel. They talk for ages. There's more writing in that game than gameplay in that game. Which is possibly why Metal Gear Solid is the first really big breakout, like, Japanese game. Outside of 7, I guess. But it's like, yeah, that's a visual novel with a stealth game attached to it. Suddenly, like, penny drops. To this girl, to one to whom Esper responded. Esper? It seems the Empire had complete control. Persona is an example of not Luke, but the other brother going, that's a visual novel, isn't it? It's like, oh yeah, I can definitely see why you'd think Persona was in a visual novel with an RPG attached. Especially because Persona has a really weird habit of saying everything twice. Where you'll have a cutscene, and then all the party members will discuss the cutscene and reiterate fucking everything. I did it then. See, I said the same thing twice, just to make a point. But like, those texts are all skippable, and I read them all out loud last time I played that, and none of them added anything to the plot. I don't understand. It's like they wrote the texts first, then somebody added cutscenes, and then you should have deleted the texts. There are advantages to computer games. I know you don't like them as much as, say, Luke and me do, but, what's it called? Nier Automata couldn't do what it does without masquerading as a computer game. Max Payne is an example of something of that, because Final Fantasy VII's big disadvantage is that the storyline and the fighting, there's just a huge line in between them. They don't necessarily exist in the same universe. To the point where you get people go like, oh, but why can't you use a res on Aeris? And the answer is, Phoenix Down doesn't bring dead people back to life. It restores people from KO. And life is just, the name of a spell. It doesn't resurrect people. Otherwise you'd be using it all the time. But the actual answer is, because the gameplay and the story do not necessarily interconnect. But Max Payne has a conveniently baked-in excuse as to why the gameplay and the story don't necessarily connect. And the answer is, we're not playing the events that Max Payne went through. We're playing through a weird nightmare version of it that he imagines for a brief moment in the game. But, that's Max Payne. It's slightly clever. It seems the Empire had complete control over her. Oh, you should sound like a carrier pigeons have kept me informed. I also heard that she wiped out 50 Imperial soldiers in mere minutes. No, that's not... Yes, I've heard of Konosuba. I've never watched it. There's a word for what I'm thinking as well. Specifically, there's a scene in Max Payne. So at the start of Max Payne, he's a beat cop, and his best friend, BB. Actually, it's not BB. It's Alex. Alex something. I've forgotten his name. Let's just call him Alex. Alex says you should join the FBI division. And Max Payne is like, that'd be a stupid idea. I'm a happy man. And he goes home to find his wife and daughter murdered, because this is a grisly noir drama. But it's not grisly. It's entirely tongue-in-cheek. It's lovingly satired. Because, Max Payne talks entirely in soliloquy and flowery, and it's all somewhat absurd on purpose. The tone of Max Payne is amazing. The very first line is, "The sun set with a practiced bravado," which is a beautiful line, because it's him going, "Fuck you, son! How dare you exist when I'm so miserable?" But it's, So after that, he becomes like a deep cover FBI agent. His partner Alex gets murdered during a heist of the Acer Corporation's assets. I forgot what they're called. So and there's this everything is secretly about Norse mythology as well, just for some reason. So you meet Odin, but he's not called Odin. He's called Alfred Woden. He's got a eye patch in one eye, and you go to the Ragnarok nightclub, and there's three days of snow. But that's all kind of metatextual. That's all theme. The real important stuff is when you get you find the crime boss who was stealing the Acer stuff, and he knocks you out because he's got a secret girlfriend who joins you later on, and you get drugged by whiskey, and you dream of the night your wife and daughter were murdered, and so you get to play the same events out, but now they're exaggerated. And then you find out that this is actually a military conspiracy, and the Acer Corporation are actually the real villains along with the military, and that the Valkyr drug that all these druggies are taking was actually a military weapon. Yeah, I know whiskey's a drug technically, but it's not the Valkyr drug, because the Valkyr drug was a military operation gone wrong. So it started off as a soldier booster, but it made them insane, but it also gets you high, so there's lots of strung out junkies on Valkyr, on V. And your wife uncovered it, and you only find this out during the next dream sequence, which is you living out your wife's daughter's murder again, but this time with Valkyr in your system, where you get to walk into a room, read your wife's diary, find out that she found this out before anyone and was secretly murdered by the Valkyr Corporation. But he also goes into a room where he imagines himself in a comic book, and all the panels where he's reading are all comic book panels, and it's all exaggerated faces, and it's all soliloquy and satire, and he's like, worst thing I could possibly imagine. And he walks out the room, and he walks immediately back in the same room from a different door, and he looks at the book again, and now it's all a computer game, and it's gun readouts, and it's numbers, and it goes, oh, I'm in a computer game, and it's the worst thing I could possibly imagine. And it's just a weird coping mechanism, and it's at that point you realise, oh, that explains, of course he can't do bullet time. Of course he can't take pills and have it heal himself. Max Payne sort of invented that as well. Every game before Max Payne, potions healed you. Medipacks healed you. Games after Max Payne, now items that are related to you heal you. Because it turns out you don't have to put a dividing line between story and mechanism. You can blend them seamlessly. And so, but it's that point where you go, oh, so technically speaking, we're not even witnessing the events of Max Payne. We're watching a weird side dimension of how he imagined the 3 days, but as a kind of weird gameplay horror abstraction. And the only reason that happens is because it's written by a really talented dude who I follow and buy all his games. And his name is... I shouldn't say it's all one person, but it's that Max Payne is famous. He's Sam Lake. I'm a really big fan of Sam Lake because he does that sort of stuff very well. Although he goes meta for all of them, which is why Max Payne is technically set in the same universe as Alan Wake, who is the writer of the fictional character Alex Casey, who is Max Payne, because they don't have the rights to the name Max Payne anymore, because Rockstar own Max Payne. Anyway, there might be somebody watching this for me to play Final Fantasy VI, so I should continue. Anyway, this is the point I was making. Terra, for heaven's sake, Bannon, the girl doesn't remember anything. Hiding from the truth won't change it. Perhaps you've heard this story before. Once, when people were still pure and innocent, there was a box they were told never to open. Good luck with your chores. But somebody went and opened it anyway, and so unloosed all the evils we know today. Bannon, that was a shit story. I know you're referencing Pandora, but you can't just say, there once was a box. Don't open the box, I said. And then they opened it. As horror stories go, that's crap, Bannon. Pride, envy, greed, wrath, gluttony. There's only 6 things, Bannon. Also, how does this world have Greek stories? The only thing that remained in the box was a single ray of light. Hope. It's harder to nail down that hope. Your power is a gift, not a curse. No matter what happens, you must remember that. You are this world's last ray of light, our final hope. Bannon. Also, as much as I hate to admit it, Final Fantasy owes a massive debt to just the Star Wars universe in general. Specifically, episode 1, 2... Sorry, episodes 4, 5, and... You know, the original trilogy. And if you play through all the old ones, you can see where they've taken bits and pieces from there. And I'm not a massive fan of Star Wars, even the original ones. But you can sort of see where they've been inspired. I've grown weary with the hour. Allow me to rest for a while. And I don't mean just with the references, you know, Biggs and Wedge. Just, or the fact that the Emperor is one of the villains. It's very, you know, when I say Star Wars, I mean through the lens of somebody from an entirely foreign country. Like, you can see there, in the same way that Dragon Ball Z kind of sounds like Superman if you describe it the right way. And they've denied this, and it's like, no, it is Superman. Just, he's the last son. He's the last person from a dead planet come to become a hero on a different planet because of the way the atmosphere works. But oh no, a long lost second person comes and he's evil. The Empire took someone important from me. I've hated it ever since. Nobody stands up to the Empire. More people will be left like me. That's why I joined the Returners. But there's no one important in my life. I have no family, no friends. That's not true. And even if it was, I'm sure there are people who feel you're important to them. Those people could be counting on you. Dun dun dun. Dun dun dun. Stuff. Next down. Air knife. It's an air knife. I'll figure out later. No, it's code. That is not a thing. Okay. Book detailing Knighthood's moral code causes the bearer to cover critically wounded allies. Huh. Power wind knife. Okay. We have to be careful with that. Please have the courage to join us in our battle. I got rookie treasure hunt just for talking to that dude. That was weird. He didn't even give me any treasure. I'm guessing there was a delay there. We're a small organisation, but we've been gaining more and more sympathisers around the world. Freedom is almost within our grasp. I don't know what to tell you, but I don't know that I trust my brother completely. He's always thought of my needs before his own, ever since we were little. I think you should trust him too. Did I? I think I flubbed that line there. But don't tell him I said that. He'll turn red as a tomato. Or tomato, if you prefer. Like I'd sometimes turn. Dum, 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 dum. Final Fantasy. It's not easy asking so much of you. And if we force our ideas on you, we're no different from the Empire. So we want you to decide for yourself. That is not a door. It looks like a door. That's strange. The Empire is snuffing out our returners. Whenever it finds them, we must find a way to strike back. Like the Empire does. But before it's too late. Oh, there are loads of B's. Or was that an R? No, it's not an R because there's a line on the bottom. They could have made it R very easily. Who do I need to talk to? Bannon went outside. Okay. Talk to Bannon. Have you made your decision? Will you become our last ray of hope? No! I see. Have you made your decision? Will you become our last ray of hope? No! I thought as much. Have you made your decision? Will you become our last ray of hope? No! So there's no convincing you, really? Hope. How could anyone put their hope in me? Oh, cool! You get like a little cutscene. What's wrong? What happened? Oh, I accidentally gave us an arc. Those wounds, they're horrific. South Figaro. The Empire's taken South Figaro. They're headed this way. So they found us. We haven't a moment to lose. What would have happened if I said yes? Look. I know. Someone has to sneak into South Figaro to slow down the enemy, right? This is right up your alley. We're counting on you. Terra, wait for me. I won't be long. Watch out for a certain lecherous young king who shall remain nameless. The guy moves in like a hawk. Lock. Edgar, old habits die hard, eh? What about us? We can escape down the Leth River, make our way to Nash. I'm curious about that Esper they found in the mines. Very well. I'll ready the raft by the back entrance. It's risky, but we don't have much of a choice at this point. It's not safe here. Come with us to Nash. Okay, I need Bannon to die, because I can't do his voice. Hopefully there's some sort of octopus creature that can help us with that. It could be a chance for you to gain a better understanding of your abilities. We've no time to dilly-dally. All to chilly, shall we? Let's make for Nash. I understand your apprehension. But too many innocent lives being lost to the Empire whilst we stand here and do nothing. Please, lend us your strength. This relic will help keep you safe. I got the Genji glove. Okay, did I get that because I said no 3 times? Or would I have always got the Genji glove? Let me look that up. I want to know now. One second, Final Fantasy VI. doesn't say this is how we get the Genji glove. But it does say in the hideout. Oh, whatever. I don't want to... Oh, I see. Cool. So what I like about that... Thanks, Heisen. Because it didn't... Yeah, it seemed... The guy literally said, I understand, here's a Genji glove. That made it sound like I got it for saying no 3 times. What I like about that... So there's a reviewer I'm a really big fan of called Tim Rogers. And he does the review of Final Fantasy VII Remake. And an idea he has in that review is that the real mode of Final Fantasy VII Remake is the hard mode. That Final Fantasy VII is essentially a play, and you play through the normal version of the game first, just to learn your lines in the play. And the real version of Final Fantasy VII is you playing it again in hard mode, because in the normal mode, you're constantly searching boxes. There's a path, and whenever the path deviates, you will always search every single fucking pot. If you find, you go, that's forwards, I'll definitely not go forwards. But the plot demands that Cloud go forwards. So he's acting out of character, and the boxes are always full of useless junk. And in hard mode, you don't get to open boxes. In hard mode, Cloud acts as Cloud. So his point he's making is that you are taught how to be Cloud by playing through normal and then hard. So what I like about this is the game essentially rewarded me for playing in character. It went, yeah, she wouldn't want to be a hero. She's just literally just moments got her cognition back. She's not going to readily agree to join a rebellion without any sort of apprehension. And the game's gone, here's a Genji glove instead of a gauntlet. Because the gauntlet version of you is more into it, but Genji glove's more in character, so it's better. And I'm assuming a Genji glove is better than a gauntlet. Genji glove is like an end game item. They tend to be. Anyway. I definitely didn't get the Genji glove last time. The only reason I did that 3 times is because he gave me a different answer the second time. They don't do it very often in new games, but old games, Monkey Island did this as well. They reward you for noticing that, hey, that reply is subtly different. Newer games tend to not punish people for missing things like that. Here we go. This raft will carry us to Nash. Head towards Nash while protecting Bannon at all costs. When Bannon falls in battle, the journey's over. Oh dear. We better not let him fall in battle then. Would have been nice to be able to equip the Genji glove. He can constantly pray, right? So it's very difficult for him to actually die. I don't know the way, so I'm just going to go left. Oh, it's set up lovely. I'm going to have to grab my asthma pump, I think. I mean, this is totally the most efficient thing I'm doing right now. I'm hoping there's an achievement for suplexing that train. I'm so curious. Speaking of Final Fantasy Remake, I'm really... like, it's fascinating. We spent like 6 years or whatever it was just speculating, how could this possibly work? How could this possibly work? And if you finish it, and then you're like, how could they possibly do the sequel? Like, you haven't like been relieved at all. Even though I really love Final Fantasy Remake, like somehow you still have that like, I don't know what they're going to do with the sequel. How are they going to do the sequel? Thanks, game. Right, I will be like a minute. Should I make myself a cup of tea at 11? Yeah, I shall, because my my throat needs it. No music for this bit, is there? There's music for this one. We're doing first. Left. I like the water. Is this what the water originally looked like? Did it move? Did we go around in a big circle? Well, if it gives me the same choice, I'll go up. It fits so many people on this raft. Bannon looking like one of the kings from Lord of the Rings. Horse King. I forget what they're called. Oh, an octopus. What have we got here? It's Ultras. You're up a creek without a paddle, and I'm not going to let you through. Does that make me a bad octopus? Oh, she's got poison out. She could... Ouch! Seafood soup is not on the menu! Oh fuck! You just killed her! I didn't see if Holy Cannon did anything. Muscleheads! Hate them! Oh shit. Didn't need to do that. Fuck. I was just trying to copy Aura Cannon. Oh fuck, I'm just gonna load my game. I've done awful. I keep accidentally using Phoenix down when I don't want to. Right. There you go. Cool. We forgot to equip the Knight's Code. Oh, and the Genji glove. We can't equip him, okay. So you get the Genji glove. Okay, this is sort of interesting. You have the Knight's Code. Let's try that again. He must have one-hit KO'd someone. It's here, isn't it? Try to buy it first. Oh, that's one tasty morsel. Not to get my Ultras. No. Okay, so he does. It just instantly kills her. Fucking hell. Use all because it's better. Who's on the other guy? Muscleheads? Ham! Why is the Phoenix down there? Hang on, what? What happened there? Phoenix down! Oh, I missed. You fool. ugly mug gives me the creeps. He can one-shot kill people, for fuck's sake. Goddamn Ultras. There's nothing you can do about that. I've got the Knight's code on, he just wasn't using it. I should have taken a less efficient path, I guess. I did make a couple of mistakes there, but I was quite efficient. Like, I can't stop him from one hit shotting the dude, but Bannon can hit me. So I spent loads of time. Fuck's sake. It's really difficult to do that. This is hard. And there, I've got to do it before he says that line. Because that's the game. Your ugly mug gives me the creeps. Is a game over. Blimey, Kim just put a brick wall in front of me. You can't give him more health. He's not allowed to change his items. The only way for me to improve him, I could load a previous game. And take a different route. See if that levels him up. Is that the same place? That is why we save in a different slot every time. Well, it doesn't seem to do anything, but given the knight's code, you can never gain to glove. Nah, it's no point actually, we'll just give you the hydro list. He's leveled up, but he needs to level up at least one more time. We're up. Potentially he could defend. We're just going to have to keep going around in circles until we train enough. I don't know how much help he's going to need, but more than 166. So strap on in. Right, how much health does he have now? 192. I don't think that's enough. Though it will put his defense up as well. But I'm thinking one more. He needs one more level. I wonder when Luke's going to continue with his Final Fantasy. I think he got really, really grumpy in Final Fantasy 2, not knowing what to do. And I told him next time he should play, just follow a guide, because it's going to be a dick to you. Just enjoy it a lot more. There's a bit more flow to it. But he's never going to get to Final Fantasy 6 if he doesn't play Final Fantasy 2, unless he skips. Although right now he's not playing anything. It's going to take him half a year to finish Elden Ring. Which is arguably a good thing. Because he's good busy, not bad busy. Get your priorities straight and everything. Okay, next level 92. Let's see if we can get level up. So everyone being stronger will also help as well. The worry is, if I die and I can't do it, then I have to do all this training again, because there's no, like, training There's no way to train, then save, and then do more training. Oh, there we go, they've leveled up. So, yeah, well, the second's fine. Cannon is 290. We're just going to hope that that's enough. I'd feel happier with one more level, but I don't want to be here forever. Well, we'll see how much this gets in. Because I thought it was like 230. Maybe. So it'd be heartbreaking if I got it just underneath. But it is 700 to level up. Alright, we're going to go left. We'll get a few more fights, but it won't level him up. Might be close though. So Edgar's only leveled up once. Woohoo! Oh, Terra's Land Drain! Cool. Let's hope that's enough. We'll use fire. We'll use our auto crossbow. Or a cannon. And we'll attack. We're going to need to use prayers soon, but we want to get that extra attack in. So he survives it. Fuck. Oh, come on. Oh, he's fine. Sploosh. Glub glub. Think you got the point? I wouldn't bet on it. It's probably just hiding down there. Ew! Something got stuck to my leg. Terra, get away from there! We should be alright now. 8-armed freak. Gonna smash it with a blitz. No, Sabin. Out of my way, Edgar. Well, he's always been a bit rash. Sabin. Oh, he'll be fine. Are you sure, Bannon? You're his brother. You should know better than any of us. Any rate, any second now he'll flop back onto the raft, right as rain. Ah! I think he missed the onto the raft part. Haha! Sabin! Sabin, you're on your own now. Sabin! Edgar and Terra raced towards Nash while protecting Bannon. But what of Sabin, who was swept away by the raging waters? And how is Locke faring after having penetrated the Empire's defences in Sao Figaro? Is all going according to plan? Choose a scenario, Capo. I love that we get a map. There we go. So yeah, we just had to beat Ultras was quite difficult. That was an interesting fight. He obviously just had a countdown timer, depending on the damage you did. We will go do this one first. Locke has worked hard to stymie the efforts of the Imperial troops in Sao Figaro, but now he desperately needs to escape. Huh, people don't move beyond houses. Damn it, gotta make tracks and get to Nash. Maybe there's a local ninja who can help me. Reach people's homes. Oh, Duncan's dead, I'll have to tell you. Always have a secret passages. Okay, yeah. I know where to go. It's such a funny way of saying it, though. Rich people's homes always have secret passages. Don't you know that? Do they? Yeah, it's just a well-known fact. Oh, fine. Grandpa used to be a servant for the richest family in town, but he's said I'm only supposed to let merchants through here now. Don't like strangers. Maybe bring some cider. Maybe I'll talk to you. Cider. Well, if I find some cider. Stay away from those armoured soldiers. They'll kill you just for talking to them. Infamous thief, aren't you? Oh, now those just plain rude. I'm a treasure hunter, and don't you forget it. Oh, she's being attacked by a merchant. Oh, thief, just because I'm stealing stuff off you. Really couldn't steal. Lies. Oh, I got a plumed hat. Lovely. Stole his clothes, too. Here we go. A little tight, the price was right. Ah, I'm fighting the birthday suit. Wow! I genuinely did remember that. That's what you had to do. I just steal with Locke always, because that's what you do with thieves. Why do I always have to go and open my mouth? New antidote is probably a good idea. More gold noodles. A couple of echo screens, and we have a lot of money, so we'll buy another tent as well. And That's not finished house. Cool, I'll do. Right, I guess that's enough to make it through the merchant's house. So when I said I knew where to go, I know I have to go to the draft, right? I just didn't know about any of this. Your merchant, go ahead. Huh. Oh yeah, I didn't know about the shields, did I? I think they have the shields already. Got the potion on his clothes? Cool. Bit large though, but it didn't charge. Go back to your post. That idiot Kefka is about to invade Nash. Of course, no better than to call him that to his face. Could you get my way, please? Buddy, I need you to move. Detachment should be making its way towards Nash as we speak. We'll be linking up with them soon. Oh, is my shift up already? Great. I'll go take a break. Haha, you fool! I'm not even guarding! Is the ninja still here? No, I'll talk to the dude. Maybe I won't. But there's two... Yeah, I know the way. I mean, I know it's one of the houses. Came to steal my cider, did you? Dirty little thief. But I wanted cider. There we go. It's interesting what I remember and what I don't. I'm guessing the Cider is a bonus thing? Maybe? That requires me to go backwards? Not 100% sure, but... I don't remember the way. Oh, no, 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 no. Ah, cider. Dog. It's tea, but we can pretend. Secret passage? Well, yes, there was a tunnel from here to the mansion on the north end of town. Go downstairs and tell my grandson the password. It's, I forgot. Courage? I'll show you the secret entrance. Cool. Cool. Yeah, it was. I said that. It's cool that I guessed it. I mean, it was the most obvious one. It wasn't going to be failure, was it? Ah, there's 2 secret passages, I see. And this is the bit I know. And the reason I know this is because in almost 20 years ago, I had no idea how to figure where the draft was. No, I think I did figure it out really quickly. What am I talking about? It was one of those two. I just remember this being a thing and being like, oh, you put a goddamn secret wall behind there. No, I must have looked it up. And that's why I remember. I don't know, I didn't record everything back then. I mean, if I did, I'd be more well known. Sure. I know I've seen her before. Wait a second, she's one of the Empire's generals. This is what happens to traitors. A Magitek knight, forged by the Empire and tempered in battle. None have ever truly known the woman beneath the general's skies. Yeah, you can be called Celeste. Why not? So the mighty Celeste has fallen. Not as far as those who'd use their strength to oppose the weak. Quiet. Kefka's planning to poison every last man, woman, and child in the kingdom of Derma. Shut up! Huh. Run your mouth of yours while you still can. Your execution's tomorrow. Keep a close eye on her. Yes, sir. I can stand guard for days without sleep. That's the death. That's the dead, like, the animation. Oh, he just immediately fell asleep. Just keep looking. Okay, that doesn't do anything. Okay, fine. Remove her bindings. And you are? Name's Locke. I'm with the Returners. You're a returner. Or at least I was, General Celeste. Now I'm nothing but a traitor. Well, let's get going. You'd take me with you? No, I can barely walk. I'd never make it out of here. I appreciate it, but even if you got me out, you wouldn't be able to protect me. I'm better waiting here for the executioner. At least that way I'll keep my pride. I'll protect you. Trust me, you'll be fine. Let's go. Wait. The soldier might have something on him that could help us get out of here. Good job, one of us is a treasure hunter. Stealing is wrong. The old clock key. More super as well. There's just one dude, I can take him anyway. Do that again. A Rune Knight. Hang on, why wouldn't you just use this screen? Optimal. Optimal. Cool. You can have the... Oh, you're the knight. You can have the knight's code. You can have the handy sandals. Cool. Right. We've been playing for a couple of hours. And I think I'm happy to leave it there. We started in this town and we ended in this town. Mainly because I think I'm going to play a little bit more Little Big Adventure on this night. Because I want to finish that game. It's a sort of high priority than this. But I'm glad I got to play more Final Fantasy VI. And I will play more on the weekend as well, probably. Though I'm probably going to be playing Star Ocean next weekend. But before I did... I have to rearrange my room. It's why I didn't stop playing Elden Ring, because I didn't want to arrange it back. Anyway. I've been having a Final Fantasy VI adventure. There's Kefka there, behind me. See him in his normal colours. Thank you very much for watching this. I've been the John Strunt. Been having a Final Fantasy VI adventure. And I'll see you next time. Thank you.